Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how I got my hair from this to this. So it wasn't easy, but I managed to do it in like the healthiest way possible. I did it alongside my hairdresser, who's also my best friend, so a lot of it was done in my house, but by a hairdresser. So this is techniques that are recommended by hairdressers. It's just kind of to show you that it is possible. My hair doesn't look as light now because of the lighting in this room. I'll put some pics in so you can actually see what my hair does look like. The toner in my hair has washed out a bunch, and I've got a bunch of roots as well. You're like, yeah girl, we know. So a brief history of my hair. I actually was, well, naturally I am like a dark brunette. Throughout the years I've had my hair quite a different bunch of colours, but obviously that's grown out, it's been cut off, cool. Recently I had my hair box dyed, and it was box dyed like black almost. It was in like my little goth era. I was gonna say phase, but it's just really not a phase, unfortunately. So from the dark brown I actually went to a copper, but I had to obviously get my hair bleached a bunch to get it light enough to put the copper on top. I had copper quite a bit, obviously getting my roots bleached. And then after that, I box dyed it again. I just have never learnt my lesson. So after that, I then started the process of going blonde, which is what you're going to see in this video. So grab a snack, grab a drink. Let's go. So in the first picture, you can actually see what my hair started off. So this was obviously box dyed, but it had been kind of coming out for a while, but it left this kind of gradient of colours, which I think is actually worse than just having my full hair dark. I'm not too sure. I'm like a hairdresser's worst nightmare. So what my hairdresser did was actually put a colour remover on first, just to remove as much as possible if I haven't to bleach it. Then we did a full head of highlights. She did like what's called a stretch root. I think it was just to help make the process easier. And also my hair did go kind of warm toned. What my hairdresser did was a little balayage moment, kind of to make it not as noticeable, to make it not as warm toned. So yeah, and then this was the final result of this session. So that was just my first session, and I feel like that was actually pretty good and not really what I was expecting. I was expecting to look like Chucky. Between session 1 and session 2, I actually used some hair masks. I used like a protein one because I'm pretty sure that that's what is like getting taken out of your hair when you're like damaging it and things. I also did not use heat on my hair, and I rarely use heat now. I've only just started to use heat because I use heatless rollers. This has no heat on it at the moment. This is just my natural hair. Another thing I used was purple shampoo, but I only use it every week. My hairdresser says that if you use it all the time, it's actually going to make your hair darker because it kind of, the pigment on it just keeps on building up. But if you use it every week or so just as a top up, apparently that actually helps to lighten your hair. And I did used to use it like literally nearly every single wash, and I did notice that my hair looked darker. So now that I've switched, I do actually see a difference, so I would recommend that. Really important, throughout the process my hairdresser also used a bond builder. So your hair's kind of like a ladder, but when you're using like heat or bleach or anything damaging, it kind of like, it can snap. And yeah, so that's just kind of like building like a fake ladder. It's hard to explain, but yeah, I feel like if you were to do this at home, which I do not recommend, don't do it. I think Olaplex has something. I'm not too sure if people who aren't in the beauty industry can get it, but I think they have like a bond builder type situation, or if not, just please try and use that, because I think that is genuinely what saved my hair. So the second session, basically pretty much the same as last time, however the toner had faded by this point. We started off by doing another full head, however this time my hairdresser really focused on them kind of dark brown hairs that I still had, all of the darkness, to try and make it look a lot brighter. This is how it ended, and I was really happy. I'm pretty sure I vlogged this. It's called like Salon Day Vlog or something. It was one of my very first videos actually. If you want to go and check that out, it's on my channel, go have a look. But yeah, I think unfortunately this is where my hair did actually have a little bit of damage, but I mean like the tiniest amount. But the damage didn't continue when I was home, which is really good. Because this section here of my hair, like just the middle bit, is actually damaged from previous things that I've done. But as you can tell, well, you can't really tell What you've been looking at this like, yeah, we can like definitely tell. I don't think you can tell though, but I don't know. This was the finished result, and this time I really did notice a difference in the brightness. I did feel really, really light. But you can still kind of see that band, just it will not lift any further, and that's where the damage is coming from. So now it's basically a case of I have to grow my hair out and then eventually I'll just cut it off, you know. But yeah, if you're going to start this journey, I would say definitely try and get your hair in the healthiest condition beforehand. Try and cut out heat, try and cut out like dyeing your hair yourself. Use colder water because warmer water actually dries out your hair. Remember to do the double cleanse. I talked about that in my last video. You just wash your hair 2 times. It gets rid of all of the excess products that you've been using, like hair products and things. Any dirt, oils. I just ate my own hair. So the 3rd session will actually shake you to your core. I went from this, so you can tell it's just the same as before. However, I've got a lot of my roots. My hair grows so quickly, it's actually ridiculous. So my roots come in really dark. So the 3rd session actually is on my channel as well. I think that was Impulsive 48-hour glow up or something like that, if you want to check out that. I decided to get a fringe for this one, so obviously I will look a lot different, but we're just looking at the colour. And this went so light. I was like, is this too light? And I've definitely got blonde blindness, so the fact that I thought it was too light, crazy. So I've just reread through my notes, and actually in the 3rd session it was a full head foils, and obviously we're focused on picking up all of the darker bits as well. Once the foils reached a warmish brown, the bleach was then put on my roots to get rid of all of them. Then finally in the last, I would say 10 minutes, the bleach was then put on my mid bands to help that because that was a lot warmer than the rest of my hair. And then finally we'll put the toner on, and this was the result. I don't know if I like the fringe. Obviously it's grown out now. I don't think I'll do it again, but it was super fun to experiment with it. So yeah, now I've talked about that, I'm going to talk about the maintenance of my hair. So first of all, I've mentioned this previously, but I'll say it again and again and again and again. I only wash my hair once a week, and that sounds gross, yes. Yes, it does. And when I first heard this, I was like my hairdresser should probably kill me for saying this, but she's like my bestie. So during lockdown she went a month without washing her hair, and afterwards it was so healthy. Like the natural oils in your hair are there for a reason, like on your head. Like obviously we don't want to be greasy. If I've done something super strenuous or that I wouldn't usually do and my hair's like really gross, like obviously I will wash it. There are exceptions. It's not like I get like baby sick in my hair or something and I'm like, oh well, it's not hair wash day. Like no, I will obviously wash it. So I usually use the brand Osmos a bunch. I love their products so much, and they're actually like salon professional but affordable-ish as well. So I use the shampoo twice, and I use a little head massager as well, and I try and actually massage my hair randomly throughout the day or whatever if I can, because that actually does promote hair growth. If you have the money, Indian head massage, but if not, learn it yourself or just learn like little simple techniques. It just feels like, ugh, so good. Then depending on the next step really depends on my mood. So sometimes I will condition my hair, sometimes I'll use a hair mask on my hair, sometimes I don't use either and I use K18. After my last session I noticed that my hair was quite dry, which it just comes with the whole bleaching process. But K18, I used to be an Olaplex girly. I used to like love Olaplex, and I still kind of do, but K18 is such a game changer. So with this, you obviously want to wash your hair twice, towel dry it, but another thing, I don't actually use a towel on my hair. I use a t-shirt. I know you can get microfiber towels for your hair, but I still just really like to put just a clean t-shirt on my hair. This does help your hair so much, like breakage. For me, I feel like it helps my frizz a lot as well. After you dry it, then you put like 2 pumps of K18 in your hair, and you don't condition on days that you use K18. Another product I use is Colour Wow. So I use this regardless of the last steps, if I use a conditioner, hair mask, etc. However, I only use it if I'm going to be drying my hair with a hairdryer, and that is because it is heat activated. But the feeling of my hair after I use Colour Wow is crazy. It is so soft and it's so shiny as well. I did get the smallest bottle because I was just trying it out, but I got it a while ago and I've used it so many times and there's still loads left, because you only want to use like, I would say 2 squirts, really 3 maybe, it depends on obviously like the thickness of your hair. But yeah, I would definitely recommend those products. I also use a brush that is a Tangle Teezer brush. I've always used these because my hair is so frizzy and tangly and knotty and just, yes, it's a problem. My partner got me the Beetlejuice Tangle Teezer. Got it here actually, but yeah, it's probably got loads of hairs in it. Not me just outing myself on the internet for being gross, but this just literally like glides through my hair. But this really just depends on your hair type as well. So find out what your hair type is and then the right brush for you, because all different brushes do different things, like curly hair, straight hair, frizzy hair. And I really do find that the right brush has actually helped my hair so much. I also use satin pillowcases because first of all, they just look so cute on the bed. Second of all, it helps your hair from getting frizzy and kind of knotted up, tangled. So they're really good for your skin too, because I have noticed a difference in my skin. I don't really usually get breakouts, but I have noticed my skin just feels a lot cleaner anyways. So to try and keep my hair healthier, I also try and do as much heat as possible, as less heat as possible. So doing a bun in my hair, claw clip, heatless curls, plaits, ponytails, pigtails. For special occasions, I do use heat on my hair, and that's okay. Use heat like a few times, it does not mean that your hair is going to get ruined. Just make sure you use a heat protectant. I also try and use scrunchies where possible instead of hair tie, because scrunchies are satin and they just glide off the hair, so there's not a lot of room for breakage there, whereas a hair tie can kind of pull on those little hairs. I also got a haircut every 6 to 8 weeks, but usually it's beforehand. I like to have a haircut very regularly, especially if you're bleaching your hair, because once your hair has split ends, the split end will continue up and the breakage will just keep going up. Get rid of the split ends. Even if you can't afford to actually go and get your hair cut, like just literally a straight cut, learn how to do it. I tend not to use dry shampoo as often. I literally use it once every couple of months really, and that's only if I'm in desperate need, like say it's hair wash day, because I only wash my hair once a week, so I'll set a day and I'm like, it's hair wash day. But then I have something to do in the morning and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wash my hair until the afternoon, so I will just use a little spray. However, I've tried not to use it that much because some people have claimed that it causes hair loss. I'm not too sure and I haven't actually done my research on this, so I will say that, but it's just things that I've seen other people say. Also, it's a lot of product build-up as well. To maintain the actual colour of my hair, I do like to use Osmo's again, Silverin shampoo, and Osmo's, I can't remember the name, but it's a little hair mask. I'm going to insert them here. There's also the shampoo that I found on Amazon. It's a little bit more expensive than some shampoos, however, it's still quite budget friendly, I would say. I can't remember the name. Is it like It's Bold Unique or something like that? I'm going to post that here. That is literally the best purple shampoo I've ever used. I would say if you're going to use this product, be very careful. The first time I used it, I left it on for like 15 minutes and it did stain my hair bright purple. It does obviously wash out again, it just really clung to them ashier hairs. So now I only leave it on for about 2 to 3 minutes. I just need a drink of my juice. It's pineapple juice, by the way. So finally, this is my hair now. I'll insert some pictures because the lighting in here is pretty terrible. So I'm super happy with it. If you made it this far, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I hope I helped someone on their journey, or even if they were just considering it but not thinking it was possible, because I really did not think it was possible to get my hair this light after having my hair box dyed that dark. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye guys.